Now at 9, a government shutdown has been avoided again. The House passing yet another short-term spending measure that would keep the government's doors open. Tonight, why the clock is still ticking.
Make it fun and engaging. So I feel having that friendly environment and making it a safe space here, our sophisticated technology.
It's the Super Bowl of astronomy. Ball State's role in a once-in-a-lifetime eclipse that's coming to East Central Indiana.
And it's the calendar curiosity that gives us all a bonus day every 4 years. Why do we do it?
Everything I could possibly need for the next couple months.
And it's a royal accomplishment for one Ball State student, how she's preparing and why it runs, or should we say races in the family.
I'm tracking scattered rain shower potential tomorrow and weekend warmth. NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Congress appears to have avoided a partial government shutdown, at least for now. Thanks for joining us at 9. I'm Tara Konichny.
And I'm Kamara Munn. The House voted this afternoon on a stopgap bill that will kick the deadline to pass a full budget for the year further into March.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer expects his chamber to vote on the continuing resolution by this evening. Several federal agencies and programs would have run out of money at midnight if not for this quick act. The new deadlines to pass bills to fund various sectors of the government are March 8th and 22nd.
In Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker is encouraging families that want to have children through in vitro fertilization to come to Illinois.
This comes after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled frozen embryos are children, leaving many concerned about being held liable for wrongful death if they destroy them.
IVF is protected here in the state of Illinois. I welcome the members of the General Assembly who are looking at new ways for us to protect doctors and patients on IVF, but it is protected.
After the ruling, Alabama's Attorney General issued a statement saying he has no intention of prosecuting IVF families or providers. Alabama's High Court based their ruling on the Dobbs decision, the landmark U.S. Supreme Court case that overturned Roe v. Wade.
Last night, there was a panel pertaining to the visualization of voices of protest in public art. The event was sponsored by the Honors College with assistance from Ball State professor Gabriel Tate and his Honors 390 class. The panel featured Indiana-based artists Jared Dortch, Rebecca Robinson, Box the Artist, and Tashima Davis. They shared their history and what art means to them. Davis, a Ball State alum, says that her love for art formed when she was a student on campus.
So when I got to college, I signed up for my first painting class with Scotty Anderson, and I've been hooked ever since. So I've been painting for 24 years now, and I wish I would have known as a child that that was my passion.
Feel that art is one of the strongest ways to express feelings, especially when social issues arise in the world. They have been incredibly grateful for the city of Indianapolis for the immense respect it holds for their work. And the sun was out today, not so much on Wednesday, but I was happy to see it out today and a little bit warmer.
Yeah, I was happy to see the sun as well. It brought in a little bit of heat as well.
Yeah, Lance, what do you have for us?
Yeah, the good news is that it's going to be getting warmer over these next few days. Temperatures right now not too warm though, with 35 degrees in Muncie, 36 degrees in Indianapolis, and out west Ontario sitting at 36 degrees as well tonight. Going to be pretty chilly, so make sure to have that winter coat if you're outside tonight. 28 degrees will be your overnight low, but nice and mostly clear skies, with winds out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, here's what to come over the next few days. Scattered rain chances for this Friday evening. Expecting a weekend warmth. And when will our next weather system be? I'll have all those details coming up.
Today is Leap Day, that calendar curiosity that gives us all a bonus day every 4 years. But why do we do it? And what happens if you're born on the rarest birthday of all? Michael Yoshida explains the importance of February 29th and why the people born on this day want you to leap on board.
February 29th marks Raynell Dawn's Sweet 16.
I'm sweeter 16 this time because this time I've been kissed. So need me, feed me, I'll be 64.
She's one of an estimated 5 million people known as leaplings or leapers, who only have a birthday every 4 years.
We're a pretty rare breed, 1 in 1,461.
Leap Day is a curious calendar quirk that serves a big purpose.
A year doesn't divide evenly into days, and we need to figure out something to do about that.
Our calendar has 365 days because that's pretty much how long it takes the Earth to orbit the sun. But in reality, the number is actually around 365.242 days. And over time, that .242 adds up.
If we didn't have a leap day, then the months would gradually rotate around until January was in spring and May was the middle of summer.
But this important solution still poses problems.
The computer systems aren't leapified, not all of them. When we go online and try to sign in, when we put our birth date in, a little window pops up and says, invalid date.
Dawn says it's her mission to give the date the respect it deserves and remind people to leap on board with Leap Day.
Leap Day is everyone's extra day. So use it wisely and do something fun with it.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Now, before the Gregorian calendar was developed in the 1500s, officially establishing February 29th as Leap Day, different calendars tried to address the issue of drifting days and months.
You've probably heard about the once-in-a-lifetime event that's coming to East Central Indiana this April, the total solar eclipse. NewsLink Indiana's Austin Sheets reports from Ball State's Brown Planetarium on how you can learn everything about what's going to happen.
A solar eclipse is rather rare, and usually you have to travel to go see one. The last time we saw one in Muncie, it was the year 957.
Nicolette Terracciano is a recent Ball State alumnus and a planetarium show specialist.
So we have a program here called Eclipse the Sun Revealed. It's a really great program teaching the public about what a solar eclipse is, why they're so special.
The planetarium is not only available for Ball State students, but also open to the rest of the community.
It's free to the public, so anyone can come as long as we have seating, which we can see up to 152.
I recommend make plans like right now if you can, because it will get very busy very fast.
Everyone is welcome.
We have shows every most Fridays and Saturdays to open to the public. They're free shows.
We want to make it fun and engaging. So I feel having that friendly environment and making it a safe space here, our sophisticated technology.
And it's one of the most advanced planetarium technologies across the Midwest.
That purple machine is so sophisticated that when it projects the night sky up on the dome, you can observe it like you can the real sky in the real world.
The show also informs how to view the eclipse safely and when it is okay to take off your glasses during total sun coverage.
Because when the moon completely covers the sun like that, you're not going to see anything in your glasses. So if you don't take off your glasses, you're missing out on something really special.
We'll hope to see you at the planetarium. We are giving out eclipse glasses to all of our visitors. So, if you want a pair of eclipse glasses for the upcoming eclipse, I definitely recommend coming get your own pair.
In Muncie, Austin Sheets, NewsLink, Indiana.
If you want more information about the eclipse programming at the Ball State Planetarium, go to its website, bsu.edu/planetarium.
Down on the racetrack, royalty has been named for this year's Indianapolis 500. For one princess, this nomination has been 25 years in the making. Our Grace Binkowski reports.
Meet Hannah Mullen.
It is an amazing opportunity to just really get to know people and to network and just really promote the festival as a whole.
A Ball State junior, a member of Navigators, and a social media influencer.
There are a lot of different family, friendly, and kid activities, and so that was a really big part of what I leaned into to get into the program.
Just last week, Mullen, along with 32 other college-age girls, were crowned as a 2024 Indianapolis 500 Princess.
It's a busy, packed couple of months that I have ahead of me, and I'm so excited.
For Mullen, her royalty status extends beyond just 2024.
That's her in I think it's the Victory Circle.
Mullen's mother was named the Indianapolis 500 Queen in 1999, also while attending Ball State University.
It was such an amazing honor because I was at Ball State at the time to have the chance to represent Ball State and to represent my hometown at the time, and then also the state of Indiana as the Indianapolis 500 Queen.
And when Hannah's interest peaked, her mother Danielle encouraged her to put the pedal to the metal.
And so as Hannah got older and she got into college and she was like, I think this is something I really would like to do. I was, of course, very encouraging for her to give it a shot.
As Hannah prepares for this year's festival,
this is everything I could possibly need for the next couple months.
She encourages any prospective 2025 princesses to start their legacy.
Everyone that's even slightly interested to just submit a form and get ready for this amazing experience.
In Muncie, Grace Pankowski, NewsLink, Indiana.
The 500 race will take place on May 26th.
Coming up, if you're a Chick-fil-A lover, we've got a recall on one of their iconic sauces. Find out why.
And as Electronic Arts lay off some of its employees, what the company change means for upcoming projects.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
Welcome back. Chick-fil-A has recalled its Polynesian sauce due to allergy concerns. The fast food restaurant says the cups may contain wheat and soy allergens. Chick-fil-A advises customers who were handed out dipping containers from February 14th through February 27th to throw them out.
And video game maker Electronic Arts plans to lay off 5% of its workforce. The company had 13,400 workers a year ago, so it's estimated roughly 670 jobs will be cut. The company is also ending development of some game titles. That includes a Star Wars game. The first-person shooting game was in the early stages of development. The layoffs follow cuts at other video game companies like Sony's PlayStation, Microsoft Gaming, Riot Games, and Epic Games.
Multiple media outlets report Apple has abandoned a decade-long effort to build a self-driving electric car. Bloomberg reports many employees working on the project will be moved to the company's artificial intelligence division. Electric vehicle sales have been disappointing in the U.S., prompting several major manufacturers to pull back on investments. Apple never confirmed long-running speculation it would make an EV, but it had taken several steps over the past 10 years that suggested it was serious about its car effort.
Intuitive Machines released remarkable new images from its spacecraft taken moments after it touched down on the moon last week. The Houston-based company developed the Odysseus lander. It's the first U.S.-made vehicle to make a soft touchdown on the moon in 5 decades. It's also the first commercial spacecraft designed and built by a commercial company to make a soft landing on the moon. Yesterday, Intuitive Machines and NASA said all of its instruments were still transmitting data.
We're dry right now, but we do have some rain chances on the way. Coming up on our full weather, we have this low pressure system approaching. Just how much are we expecting? All of those details coming up.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new and you can just see in their faces, it's is such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Welcome back. Wildfires are spreading across the Texas Panhandle, charring more than 1 million acres. Authorities say the Smokehouse Creek fire has already scorched more than 850,000 acres since it ignited Monday afternoon. It's now the second largest fire the Lone Star State has ever seen, according to the Texas A&M Forest Service. At least one death is confirmed in Hutchinson County, Texas, and that being an 83-year-old woman. Damage estimates are still being assessed, but officials say they've seen multiple homes burned in some Texas towns and in Oklahoma.
We've seen multiple types of severe weather throughout this past week. Severe weather across parts of the Midwest to wildfires in the southern Great Plains. We saw some of that severe weather over a couple days ago, but we're quiet now. Clear skies across the area right now. We are keeping an eye on a low pressure to our south and to our west. As that moves its way north and east, we could see some rain showers as we go throughout the Friday evening commute. But hey, if you kept an eye on our social media posts, you would have noticed that we've definitely had some roller coaster temperatures over the past few days. 67 degrees was our high temperature on Tuesday. 38 degrees was our high temperature yesterday, but today was a bit warmer. You can notice this on the 24-hour temperature change. 7 degrees warmer right now in Muncie at this point than yesterday. So still cold outside, but I definitely can feel it being definitely warmer at this point at this time yesterday. Temperatures right now still at 35 degrees in Muncie, 31 degrees in Fort Wayne, 33 degrees in Bloomington and out west in Champaign, 35 degrees. Now our high temperature today still below average of the 44 degrees, with 41 degrees being reported in our station in Muncie. 70 degrees was our record high temperature since 1976. Now tonight temperatures are going to be dropping below 30 degrees, the 31 degrees at around 11. Past midnight we drop to 30 degrees and we drop below 30 degrees to 29 degrees by 5 a.m. Winds nice and calm throughout the night at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now when we get to tomorrow, here's where things start to get just a little bit interesting. Cloud cover starts to increase when we go throughout the morning with 29 degrees at around 8. Lunchtime temperatures in the lower 40s. Winds start to pick up as we get into the afternoon, and that cloud cover continues to increase as well. We could see a few rain showers when we get past 5, and you can see on our precision cast here some of those rain showers continuing on throughout the majority of the evening scattered in nature, and these will be out of our area by the time we get towards early Saturday morning. Now here's our weekend forecast. Weekend warmth, well, here it is, 57 degrees for Saturday. Clouds are decreasing as we go throughout the day, becoming mostly sunny to mostly clear when we get into the afternoon. South winds at about 1 to 5 miles per hour, so nice and calm. But look at Sunday. This is definitely some warm temperatures. 69 degrees with mostly sunny skies, breezy, but it is going to be warm, so that's pretty nice. And we are trending towards those above average temperatures over the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. And looking at our 7-day forecast provided by Ross, it is going to feel nice and warm when we get through this upcoming week. 70 degrees for Monday, 58 degrees for Tuesday, and we start to see our next system move through. Look at that temperature difference with 58 on Tuesday. 51 degrees on Wednesday. We get to 50 degrees on Thursday. But you know what? This weekend, I'm definitely bringing those shorts back out.
Yeah, and that roller coaster graphic's the perfect way to describe the Indiana weather this past week and a half. It's crazy.
Yes, it's been very warm here lately, but now it's going to get a little bit colder. I'm not looking forward to that.
I know. Well, thank you so much, Lance. And there's lots more to get to tonight on NewsLink Indiana. Jackie Madden has a preview of sports.
We take a look behind the curtain of one Ball State sports videographer, plus one Cardinal program goes all MAC. All this and more next in sports.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo. Gracias. Thank you. What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jackie Madden with sports. Ball State women's basketball back in action last night to face off against Akron. Allie Becky starts the game off strong with an 8-0 run that gave the Cards a 19-9 advantage. Zips continue to trail behind as the Cards upheld their lead 37-19 at halftime. More of the same in the third as Ball State maintains a 56-27 lead. The fourth quarter saw some action from the bench. Alex Richard led the squad with 21 points while Becky finished with 19. The Cards' defense stayed strong from start to finish, holding Akron to its lowest point total of the season with a final score of 75-41. The Cards will host Eastern Michigan Saturday at 11 a.m. for the final home game of the season. To take it from the court to behind the camera, Ball State student Nathan Alexander has found a calling in life. Behind the edits and cuts, NewsLink Indiana's Bryce Demsevich went behind the scenes to tell us more.
Everyone's craft starts somewhere, and for Ball State sports videographer Nathan Alexander, it started a different way than most.
I just was really a fan of like Jake Paul and the YouTube vloggers at the time. So I was like, got my brother and my friends and we went out and just made videos. And I probably have like 100 or so videos on YouTube right now sitting there.
But not all opportunities are easy.
Flying in and then instead of like being able to just enjoy the city you're at or whatever, it's like 8 a.m., sometimes earlier, and then you're working till like 10 p.m. and then all you want to do is go to sleep. So it's really just like depending on the job, but most of the travel jobs I've had to work like 14-hour days, 6 days straight. So it's not as glamorous as it might seem to some people.
For BSU sports videographer Michael Habiger, he draws inspiration from his friend.
It's also super helpful sometimes to look at other people's work. Like Nathan, I'm inspired by his work, and there's times that I'll see something he did, and I'm like, I want to do that, but in my own way, not copying it, but having it creatively inspire me. So
Nathan's faith is key, and bringing that into his work is hard.
How can I take my sports videos and like spread the gospel? I think at the end of the day, it comes down to like how you treat people that you work with. You're working with a lot of people. Another big thing is I always use like clean music in my videos, try to be careful about that. I also, there's many things. Just treating people with respect, the athletes that might hit me up being as nice and nice as possible, just stuff like that.
Follow Nathan on Instagram at NAFilms_ for more of his content. In Muncie, Bryce Dimsevich, NewsLink, Indiana.
To jump over the track, 2 Cardinals have been named first team All-MAC. Janelle Rogers and Jenna O'Rainey achieved these high honors as Rogers gets Most Outstanding Performer. In the MAC championships, O'Rainey and Rogers combined for 50.5 of the Cardinals' 61.5 total points. Individually, Rogers qualifies for the NCAA championship in Boston on March 8th and 9th. Guys, I am definitely excited about what our Cardinals are doing in the sports, but I enjoyed that videographer's story. It's nice to see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it's nice for people, the public and the athletes involved, to see kind of what goes into it and what goes on behind the scenes. It's really nice. So we got to know him tonight.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you so much. And coming up, Corey Shaw has your campus coverage.
And one final look at your weather.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Corey Shaw, and this is your campus coverage. Do you have an item with a unique story? Are you willing to trade it? Well, you might want to check out the Spectrum Club. The Spectrum Club hosted an event earlier today called Show and Swap. It was an opportunity for community members to share items that they believe had a story that should be shared, and allowed attendees to trade items that caught the next person's attention. Kristen Price, a new member of Spectrum, shares why she believes others should come to the club.
I think that people should come to Spectrum because it's a very welcoming group of people. This is my first time being here, and I just feel like I was hanging out with some of my friends. They made me feel really involved, and I had a really good time.
Spectrum Club meets bi-weekly from 6 to 7 p.m. in the Multicultural Center Multipurpose Room.
And definitely a cool club to check out. So thank you so much for all the information on it.
Yeah, no problem.
And Lance, what do you have for us for weather?
Yeah, guys, I know you guys just put your shorts away, but you're going to have to get them back out for this weekend. We get back into the 50s and then 60s by the time we get to Sunday. May even reach 70 degrees when we get back to Monday, but overall, a nice weekend.
Thank you so much, Lance. Looking like a good week next week for weather. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.